Sound and perfume swirl in the evening air.
Welcome to the world of the midnight stage, the oft-handed gesture, the impossible beauty, the boîte, the cabaret, the theater, the club. To begin our century, we have one very special living bridge from the last one, the glorious dandy, Oscar Wilde. The young Jadis performers Hugo Ball and Emmy Hennings opened the Cabaret Voltaire in Zurich. 80 years later, emerging at the Black Lips Performance Cult in the toast dress, Johanna Constantine. And now, on to Germany, between the wars and clubs where the lines of fetish, gender, grit, and glitter blurred in a cultural shock heard round the world. And now, a figure who could appear in clubs from Paris's Montmartre in 1905 to the Gothic clubs of Leipzig, 1999, the Bohemian Muse, an archetype spanning the century, our one and only Bohemian it girl, Hattie Hathaway. The ultimate downtown party couple of the 40s, surrealist clubs and costume balls were Gala Dali, Raffaella, and of course her husband, the great painter and tranny chaser, Salvador Dali, the other great love of Dali's life, so we've heard, was also a great lady on stages from the Blue Angel to the House of Field balls of the 1980s. International Crisis. Beauty now and forever, Candace Kane walks. International Crisis. Poetry and all that jazz. The North Beach Beats filled dark basement clubs to capacity in 50s San Francisco. Walking that Beat Generation walk for the Jackie Factory, Lyle Derrick. The original Miss 44D, Carol Doda. Reconstruction by David Darenbaugh. Monica is Carol Doda. From Max's to the Continental Baths, the first Andy Warhol superstars married Hollywood glamour and dime store production values in an unforgettable combination. Holly Woodlawn and Candy Darling. A new kind of glamour would emerge, one decade on, slashed, safety pinned, stoned, and vicious. Sid Vicious, to be exact, here, recreated as Sid Vicious in Vegas, 1978 stage costume by by Todd Tomorrow for Jackie 60. Hometown Costume Institute legend Katie Kay clothed a generation of performers at seminal New York performance clubs like Club 57 and the Pyramid. Here, her stage costume for John Sex. Katie Kay. The 80s also brought the East Village phenomenon of sequins, feathers, and beads on a budget known as Boybar. Next, also by Mr. David, the menorah gown, 1986, designed for Miss Glamour's Happy Hanukkah show. Next, in Todd Tomorrow's 1989 Miss Boybar gown, created, of course, for Lulu. Miss Boybar, 1989, Sharon Peters. We've been obsessed by the future. First, wearing cardboard armor after Soriyama. Please welcome Fallon in his 1997 Armor for Sexy Robots, Click and Drag. This is Cardboard. Ladies and gentlemen, the designer walking. Next up, 3 gowns from Kitty Boots and her Cyber Slut designs for the House of Domination, 1994. PVC vinyl, plastic tubing, computer foam parts, and clock faces up next. Walking. Kitty Boots and Planet Theory, who did the hardware. Cyber Slut Interactive Couture for Click and Drag, Melissa. Finally, in one of the most legendary Cyber Slut outfits of all, please welcome Chris. And before we do anything else, I want to bring all the models up here to cram them on the tiny stage. Let's have that beautiful bows music. This song, this very song, just squeeze all the way over. There's more room. This is a century of downtown costume. We'd like to thank all of our great models tonight, the entire staff of Mother, our photographers, all of the great costume legends that have gone before us, all of the ones to come, and all of you for being a great audience tonight. Thank you. Also to Hattie Hathaway, Paul